The ramifications of overturning Roe v. Wade are starting to show. News has broke out in Ohio where a 10-year-old girl was denied an abortion. Thankfully, she was able to travel out of state to get the procedure, but this is a devastating outcome and we are likely to hear similar stories in the coming weeks and months. In Arizona, a new law aims to curb video recordings of the police. The bill signed into law by Governor Doug Ducey on Wednesday will make it illegal for anyone within 8 feet of law enforcement activity to make video recordings. Fortunately, there are exceptions for people at the center of the investigation, so long as they don't, quote, interfere with police actions. Only time will tell how that is argued in court. As many could have predicted, there were deadly mass shootings during the 4th of July weekend. Although over a dozen occurred, the news is focused on the Highland Park parade shooting. A gunman, now apprehended, took to a rooftop and fired down into the crowd. A total of 83 shots were fired, 7 people were killed, and 46 were injured. These shootings come at a time where gun reform is in the news, and we are still awaiting for decisive action from our government to curb this uniquely American problem. Moving on to Akron, Ohio, some of you may know the story of Jayland Walker. On June 27th, Walker attempted to flee a traffic stop. It is reported that Walker shot 1 round out of his vehicle at the police before pulling over and leading the police on a short foot chase where Walker was eventually shot and killed. A news conference by city officials on Sunday, along with the release of 13 police body camera video, has started to paint a fuller picture of the shooting. Walker was unarmed at the time of his death, and his firearm was found after his killing in the front seat of his car. As Walker ran away, 8 police officers fired 90 rounds at Walker, hitting him with 60 bullets. Unsurprisingly, this has led to protests over Walker's killing and the way police handle these situations. Some lighter news coming out of California. Governor Gavin Newsom has announced that California will make its own insulin to fight the increasing cost of this life-saving medication. This is a small step in the right direction, but we will have to see how inexpensive it will truly be. In world news, Prime Minister Boris Johnson is set to step down as a Conservative Party leader. This move comes after a series of ethics scandals in his party forced his hand. Around 60 members of his government stepped down before Johnson finally threw in the towel. Once news broke, the Prime Minister insisted that he would continue as caretaker leader while the Conservative Party starts the process of finding a successor. While many will be happy of Boris's departure, nobody knows what the next Prime Minister will set out to accomplish for the party. Over in Japan, former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was assassinated. This is a rare act of gun violence in a country where there was only 1 individual killed by gunfire in all of 2021. Abe, who resigned due to health issues in 2020, was fatally shot on Friday while speaking at a campaign rally in the city of Nara. NHK reports that the police detained a suspect and retrieved a gun at the scene that appears to be homemade. That's it for this week. If there's any other big news stories that you think should be covered next week, please feel free to comment below. This has been 60 Seconds Left. See you next week.